Welcome to class today. We've got a little Zen in 10 class for you, core focused. So we're going to start in cat-cow. We're just going to get right to it. We only have 10 minutes, so got to stay on track here. Finding a couple of cat-cows. Now, as you dip your tailbone, pointing up, shrug through your shoulders and pull your heart forward. And then exhale, round. We're just trying to warm that spine and especially lower back up. Now, as you're rounded, tuck that navel up into your spine. Good. Exhale, reverse that. Shoulder blades retract, tailbone lifts, gaze in front. Exhale, round. Good, one more, inhale. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, spine rounds. Kind of tuck that belly button up into the spine there. Nice job. Okay, finding a neutral spine from here. Coming to a spinal balance. We'll bring our right arm out. Now you're really going to garner some energy in through that core, okay? So pretend like that your hip bones can come closer together as you squeeze that area in. That right arm is lifted, and then your left toes will come back behind you. Now you'll start here, and then as you gain experience and core strength, that left leg might lift off. Hold and breathe. Good. From here, really make sure you're pressing the ground away with that left arm, and then we'll just tap right elbow to left knee and extend. Exhale, tap, draw that belly into spine and extend. Exhale, tap and extend and lower that side. Good. Let's bring the left arm out now, and again, pay attention to that core area, lower abdominal. We call it the TVA, okay? So really hug that area in as your left arm extends. Bring those right toes back behind you and protract through that right side, lifting that right leg off maybe, holding and breathing here. Inhale, exhale, tap, extend, tap, left elbow, right knee, kind of rounding there, extend, and tap, and extend, and lower that down. Good job. From here, coming into our first kind of modified vinyasa. So I want you to take your hands a little out in front of you. As you jut forward, we'll take those shoulders over wrists and then just lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, lift up into a baby cobra. We're just letting the lower body relax on the mat, pulling the heart forward here. And slowly sending your hips back into a child's pose. Nice job. From here, finding a downward facing dog. So tuck those toes, lift your hips, pedal it out for a moment. Now, a really good core and arm workout, as we know, is plank and side plank. We're going to add onto that a little bit with a bear pose. So let's start on our forearms, bringing one down at a time, and then walking those feet back until you're in a forearm plank. Draw that belly into spine. And then we'll just roll to the left side. You might stack feet or keep one foot in front of the other. Side plank. Kind of lift those hips up. Really feel through the obliques here. And then we'll come to a forearm plank. Drop your knees down so they're just hovering an inch above the mat. And back up. And then we'll roll to our right side. Lift your left arm. One foot in front of the other, feet stacked. Or another option is also that bottom knee down, okay? Lift and breathe, lift those hips. Good. Left arm comes down and knees slightly hover above the mat. Good job. Okay, let's place knees down. Find your downward facing dog. So hands press in, tuck your toes, lift your hips, pedal it out for a moment here. And we'll find our modified or full vinyasa. So just rolling into plank, you might drop to your knees or take the push-up on your toes. Inhale, lifting your heart forward into your cobra or maybe into your up dog with straight arms, tops of the feet pressing in. Then we'll find our way back to downward facing dog, tucking your toes, pressing through your arms. All right, you're welcome to take that series. We're just doing it one more time. You can do it again on your forearms or roll into your regular plank. So we're coming into our regular plank here, keeping your left arm down, lifting right arm up. Hold and breathe. You might look up, lift those hips. Awesome. Okay, right hand comes down, feet about hip distance apart, then you'll just hover in bear here. Send them back. Find your regular plank, right arm stays down, left arm lifts. Stacking feet, one foot in the other, in front of the other, or bottom knee down. Those are your options for modifications here. Lift those hips. Awesome. Left hand comes down, bend your knees, find a brief bear pose. And then knees come down. Take your vinyasa or go right into child's pose. Okay? Nice job. All right, from this down dog or from your child's pose, you'll lift up and we're just beginning to walk those feet up to the top of the mat, finding chair pose. All right, I always think of this as more quad knee work, but if you really focus, drawing those two hip bones together, chair pose, you've got some core going on here. All right, send the weight into the heels, wiggle your toes. Let's keep our arms up above our head if possible. But if you want to, you can bring them to your heart for a little more balanced stability. Where we're going with this, warrior three. So we're reaching our arms out in front of us as our right leg lifts off. Finding warrior three. And again, you can find it right here with hands to heart. Now notice that lower core. Lift in and slowly find your chair pose again. Nice. Okay, weight in the heels, wiggle the toes. Arms still out above head. We're taking the weight in the right foot as your left leg lifts off. And work to straighten that right leg. Nice. Okay, slowly lowering back in, finding your chair pose. And then we're just lowering all the way to the mat here. Lower, lower. Use your hands at any point that you need to, finding Navasana. Okay, the king daddy of core work for me, if done right. Okay, so we're just sliding back a little bit, keeping our spine nice and long, chin slightly tucked. Let's take a modified version. What I've discovered with Navasana, if I'm taking a modified version, I really feel my core fire up through here. Modified meaning bent knees. When I'm in full pose, it's all about quads and hip flexors for me, okay? So it's all good, but we're just focusing on the core today. So keep your knees bent, hands under, behind the knees, slide back onto that sacral area, lift your right, lift your left, lift right, lift left. Let's do it one more time on each side. Nice. Sit up, kind of relax that out, let those knees drop open, fold forward. We're taking that, we're staying within our 10 minutes. We're just gonna take that one more time. Okay, lift on up, slide back into that sacral area. Now again, you might keep your hands right where they're at, or this time you might lift those hands off. Tap down, really hugging in through that lower abdominal region. Lift and lower. Okay, one more time on each side. Lift and lift. Nice job. Okay, here's where we do come into an easy pose. I'll face the camera. You're welcome to stay right where you're at. I've got my right foot in toward the pelvis, left foot in front, and then we're just walking it out, folding in. Taking a little twist, right arm back behind you, left hand to your right knee. And switch sides. Okay, lowering all the way back onto your spine. We'll end class right here. You're welcome to stay in Savasana for a few minutes. I'll keep the music playing. Let that body melt in, let your mind float off. Finally, let that core area relax. A little moment of gratitude for all the work it does each and every day. Have a great day. Namaste.